Look how pretty this cake looks. Look at this perfect slice. Ow. I just cut myself. Oh no. Water. Today we're making this beautiful olive oil cake with oranges and cardamom. It's delicious and it's so easy to make. That's the best part. The very first step will be cooking our oranges. Look how cute this sugar jar is. It's thrifted. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water. I spilled half of that on me for some reason, so I'm sorry for that. Next up, cardamom pods. This is what they look like. When you open them, all the seeds just fell out. Just giving them a little crushy crush. That smells so good. Cardamom is like a very oh no. This is already a mess. That was a huge strand of hair. I'm not gonna put my hair up because I'm the only one eating this. I'm glad I caught that. If you've never had cardamom, it has like a very floral flavor. I think that's the best way to describe it. I want this to come to a simmer. Then I'm gonna add the orange slices in there. Oranges, oh my goodness, I look like I'm about to juggle. That was enough juggling. It wasn't that fun. Not very good at it. I'm gonna slice them super thin. A sharp knife is key. Then you can just, it's like, ow. I just cut myself. It's not a deep cut though. I can suck it up. Shoes. So annoying. I cut this butt off. Go super thin. See how thin this is? My syrup is boiling. I'm gonna turn the heat off, continue slicing these, and then get back to that. This pile is okay. This pile isn't. We're gonna need some of the juice later and some of the zest, so don't throw them away. Orange slices in there. We'll let that simmer a little bit. I don't think I've said this, but make sure you use like good oranges and wash them properly because we are eating the peel. That's usually where all the like not so great things are. Next up, cake batter. Very easy. Preheat the oven. My oven is down there, so excuse me while I 175 degrees. Here I have 2 eggs. I'm gonna add the sugar in, a pinch of salt. You're gonna get your mixer, electric mixer, stand mixer, whisk, whatever. I have a plug in my stove, so that's nice. You want to start slow and then start speeding it up from there. But you want to go from this dark yellow color to like a light, pale, fluffy color. You'll see. See how pale and light and fluffy this looks? We're getting there. Olive, no olive. Oranges. The oranges must be done. I stopped the timer and I'm just gonna let them sit in the syrup while we're doing the other things. Okay, olive oil. This is the one that I'm using. It's not sponsored. They're really good. I think I have another one. I have another one, see? I'm not a fake fan. This is an olive oil cake, so you will be able to taste the olive oil. So I really recommend using like a good olive oil. I will be slowly drizzling this while mixing, kind of like making mayo, but we're making a mayo cake. Everything's gonna emulsify, get to know each other, nice and friendly in there. Slow drizzles. We're gonna add everything else. So that's cardamom, orange juice, vanilla, what else? Orange zest. Here's the thing, this wasn't initially supposed to have any oranges. I made the recipe without it, but then I had like a bunch of oranges on hand. So I'm like, let me put some oranges in there. And I'll be honest with you, and I'm not a fan of eating like orange peels. It's not that I'm not a fan, but I have this memory as a child and I used to eat panettone with chunks of orange peels. These were the chunks. Imagine eating a raw chunk of orange peel. So that really ruined panettone for me. That really ruined oranges. I don't know what courage hit me, but look at me now. I'm eating candied oranges and I like it. Food traumas, am I right? I'm just gonna give it like a little mix, a little fold, a little. And last but not least, some all-purpose flour. I'm sifting it just for like a little bit more fluffiness, a little bit more this and that. And I'm also adding baking soda and baking powder in there. And I usually just mix them like that. Just folding the whole thing in. Here's the thing, you don't want to overmix cake. You don't want to like do this. You just want to fold in the flour, just fold it in beautifully. Be gentle. So mixing flour and liquid usually develops a lot of gluten, and we don't want a lot of gluten in there. Gluten is amazing, but we don't want that much of it in a cake. Just want a little bit for the structure, but that's it. We got a spring form pan. It pops out, and we're gonna line it with some parchment paper. A little bit of olive oil. I place this in there. Place the other part on top. I cut around it, and look at that. I don't have to fold anything. I don't need any squares, any folding, any circles. It's that easy. And it's all set in there. Look, it's not falling. Let me just add a little bit right over here. And I shove this like right in that crevice where you close the pan. And now I'm just gonna close this. We're gonna layer these on the bottom of the pan. So when we take the cake out, we take the parchment off, it's gonna be this beautiful, sunny, orange, bright orange, syrupy goodness. So you take a slice of orange, place it on the bottom. Just have some you time and do this. This is very relaxing. There's some syrup on them, some cardamom on there. I saved the rest of the syrup. We're gonna brush it on the cake. All there's left to do is pour the cake batter in, pop it in the oven. Beautiful. Give it a little shaky shake like this just to make sure everything's like evenly spread out. I think this is like the 6th time I'm making this cake this week, and I didn't get tired of it. I usually get so tired of a recipe I develop. I'm like, I don't ever want to see that again, but this one, I'm kind of excited to eat it. One more thing, make sure there's a pan underneath this because there might be some sugar drops that will caramelize and burn in the oven, and it's easier to clean them off of a pan than off of your oven. Just a heads up. That was hot. Looks baked. Don't ever use the timing of a recipe as a rule. Use that as a guide. It should be ready in 30 to 35 minutes. Maybe it's gonna be ready earlier, maybe it's gonna be done later. So keep an eye on it. Don't let it burn or anything, okay? This is how you'll know if any cake is baked. You get a little skewer, a little cake tester, anything. You shove it right in the middle of the cake. If it comes out clean, it's baked. If it doesn't, pop it in the oven for like a few more minutes and keep checking on it. If you see a few crumbs, that's all right, but you don't want to see any cake batter. So just throwing that out there. We're just gonna flip this. Let's just take this out. Next up, take the bottom of the pan. Peel time. So good. Oh my goodness, look how pretty this cake looks. Look at that. She's a little crooked, not gonna lie, but you know what? She is pretty. She's pretty. She is pretty. I have some of this leftover cardamom orange syrup, and I'm just gonna brush it on top. But look how smooth that was. Let me take a quarter of it out. Look at that quarter of a cake. It looks fluffy. It looks moist. Gorgeous. I'm kind of proud of myself, not gonna lie. Look at this perfect slice. Here's how I like to serve it because I am in fact a monster. Pour some olive oil right on top, just like a shy drizzle, okay? Not too much, but this is an olive oil cake at the end of it all. So I want some olive oil in my olive oil cake, okay? Don't come for me. Just a teeny tiny bit. Just that. That was enough. With some Greek yogurt. Come on. That looks so perfect. It's like kind of tucked into yogurt. Cheers. That is so good. That was absolutely delicious. Throwing that out there. Thank you for watching this. It's currently 3 a.m. The link to the recipe is going to be in the description. Subscribe to this channel because I made an olive oil cake. I'll be back with more videos, hopefully next week. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Thank you for watching this. I hope you have a great day. And if you ever make this cake, send it my way. I would love to see what you come up with. It's always a joy seeing you recreate these recipes. So